How resilient are you? We've all faced those moments when life seems to pull the rug out from under us. Some of us manage to find our footing quickly, while others feel the ground shifting beneath them for much longer. There's no shame in either response. We're all on our own journey of building inner strength. As Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This isn't about having an unshakable spirit from the start. It's about gradually building that resilience, like learning to steady yourself after each stumble, knowing that each time you rise makes you a little stronger than before. Think about the last time life threw you an unexpected curve. Maybe it was the gut punch of losing someone you love, the disorienting feeling of a job loss, or the ache of a relationship ending. These moments can leave us feeling adrift, questioning everything we thought we knew about ourselves. But here's the thing. Even in our most vulnerable moments, we're often stronger than we realize. Remember that mental strength isn't about never feeling hurt or afraid. It's about learning to sit with those difficult feelings and still move forward. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Sometimes our deepest growth comes from the very challenges that seem most overwhelming at first. So, how do we do this? Building mental strength is like tending a garden. It requires daily attention, patience, and care. Some days you might only have the energy to pull one weed, like challenging a negative thought, while other days you might plant whole new rows of flowers, like practicing gratitude or setting healthy boundaries. Both are equally valuable parts of the process. Mental resilience isn't a gift given to a lucky few. It's a skill we can all develop. It grows in those small moments when we choose to try again despite our fear, when we reach out for help even though it feels vulnerable, or when we take a small step forward even while our inner voice whispers doubts. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Even the person on Facebook with the supposed most beautiful life has daily mental struggles and could even be on the verge of a breakdown. Here are 10 shifts you can make in your life to show more resilience. 1. Work on developing more meaningful connections. When life gets tough, having meaningful connections can make all the difference. If your social circle is small or even non-existent right now, or maybe with your dog is your best friend, that's perfectly okay. The key is to start where you are without judgment. Begin with small, authentic moments, making genuine eye contact with your local barista, joining a book club, or volunteering for causes you care about. These aren't just social interactions, they're opportunities to practice being your true self in the world. If you're currently without close friends, use this time intentionally. Explore your genuine interests and define your non-negotiable values. As Epictetus wisely noted, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Remember, having a small circle doesn't mean you're behind in life. Like a garden needs time to grow, quality connections can't be rushed. Focus on being authentic rather than popular. The right people will appreciate you for exactly who you are, not who you pretend to be. Number 2, turn the obstacles into opportunities. When you're facing what feels like an insurmountable challenge, it's completely natural to feel overwhelmed or discouraged. These moments can shake us to our core, and it's important to acknowledge that pain and difficulty are real parts of the human experience. Yet within these dark moments, once we've given ourselves permission to feel what we're feeling, we might gently ask ourselves, what might this experience have to teach me? This isn't about forcing positivity or dismissing genuine struggle. Rather, it's about finding small footholds of meaning that can help us navigate difficult terrain. As Marcus Aurelius reflected, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. He wasn't suggesting that suffering is good, but rather acknowledging that our greatest growth often emerges from our deepest challenges. Like water finding its path around rocks in a stream, we too can learn to flow with, rather than fight against, our obstacles. This isn't about toxic positivity or denying the reality of hardship. It's about cultivating resilient hope, the kind that acknowledges the storm while still believing in our capacity to weather it. Sometimes the bravest thing we can do is simply stay present and take one small step forward, trusting that wisdom and strength often grow in the places where we've had to dig deepest. Number 3. Try to go with the flow. When life throws you curveballs, like losing a job, a breakup, or watching a dream slip away, it's totally normal to feel like you want to fight against it. Everyone feels that way sometimes. It's okay to be upset or frustrated when things don't go as planned. Heraclitus once said, we never step in the same river twice. Everything's always changing, always flowing. And if you think about it, that's just like life. You know how a river just keeps flowing no matter what's in its path. It doesn't try to flow backwards or stop. It just finds a new way around the rocks. Sometimes life's like that too. We can spend all our energy fighting against what's happening, or we can try to be more like that river. This doesn't mean you have to like what's happening or pretend everything's fine when it isn't. It just means that instead of getting stuck in the "this shouldn't be happening" mindset, you can try to accept that it is happening and figure out your next move from there. Next time something's really getting under your skin, try this. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that fighting reality usually just leaves you feeling more stressed and tired. Sometimes the easiest path forward is to work with what's happening instead of against it. Not because you're giving up, but because you're choosing to save your energy for the things you can actually change. Number 4. Make progress through purpose. Finding your path forward isn't about racing to some distant finish line or forcing yourself to follow someone else's blueprint for success. It's about discovering what truly matters to you and taking small steps in that direction. As Seneca wisely noted, while we are postponing, life speeds by, not as a pressure to hurry, but as a gentle reminder to start where you are. Think of progress like tending a garden. Some days you plant seeds, other days you simply water what's already growing. Every small action aligned with your values, no matter how modest it might seem, is moving you forward. Success isn't measured by how quickly you reach a goal, but by the wisdom, authenticity, and care you bring to each step of the journey. Number 5. Act with courage and clarity. When facing difficult choices or challenges, it's completely natural to feel the pull to postpone decisions or shield yourself from potential discomfort. Epictetus offered this wisdom. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. This isn't about forcing yourself to be fearless. It's about learning to take thoughtful action even when fear is present. In moments of uncertainty, try asking yourself with compassion, what would the wisest version of me do right now? Not the perfect version, not the fearless version, just the wisest one. Remember that courage isn't about never feeling afraid. It's about finding a way to move forward with care and intention, even when fear keeps you company. Number 5. Act with courage and clarity. When facing difficult choices or challenges, it's completely natural to feel the pull to postpone decisions or shield yourself from potential discomfort. Epictetus offered this wisdom. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. This isn't about forcing yourself to be fearless. It's about learning to take thoughtful action even when fear is present. In moments of uncertainty, try asking yourself with compassion, what would the wisest version of me do right now? Not the perfect version, not the fearless version, just the wisest one. Remember that courage isn't about never feeling afraid. It's about finding a way to move forward with care and intention, even when fear keeps you company. Number 6, find wisdom in wounds. Life's hardships can leave deep marks on our hearts, and it's important to honor the reality of that pain. Yet within these difficult experiences often lie seeds of profound understanding. As Marcus Aurelius reflected, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." This isn't about rushing to find the silver lining or dismissing your struggles, but about gently exploring what these experiences might be teaching you. Your challenges aren't punishments or signs that you're on the wrong path. They're often portals to deeper wisdom and understanding. Take time to process, to heal, and to gradually discover the strength and insights that can emerge from your most difficult moments. Number 7, build inner worth. In a world that often measures value by external achievements, it's easy to lose touch with our inherent worth. The Stoics remind us that true confidence comes not from others' approval, but from living in alignment with our deepest principles. As Epictetus shared, "The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it," not as a call to seek hardship, but as recognition that facing life's challenges with dignity helps us discover our own strength. Building genuine self-worth isn't about positive thinking or affirmations. It's about gradually learning to trust yourself through experience, growing through both successes and setbacks, and staying true to your values, even when it's difficult. Number 8, practice cosmic perspective. When problems feel all-consuming, Marcus Aurelius offered this gentle reminder: "Survey the whole universe and the merest grain of sand within it." This isn't about minimizing your struggles or telling yourself they don't matter. They do matter, and it's natural to feel their weight. Rather, it's about finding breathing room in difficult moments by remembering you're part of something larger. Like stepping back from a painting to see its full beauty, sometimes gaining a broader perspective can help us carry our challenges with more grace. Not because they become less real, but because we remember we're part of a larger story. Number 9, cultivate rational optimism. Hope isn't about denying reality or forcing positivity. It's about developing quiet trust in your ability to meet life's challenges with wisdom and resilience. As Seneca observed, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. This suggests that optimism comes not from wishing for the best, but from knowing you're developing the tools to handle whatever comes your way. This kind of hope is like a steady flame rather than a brilliant firework. It sustains us through difficult times, not with false promises, but with quiet confidence in our capacity to learn, grow, and persevere. I want you to really hear this. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's survival. It's like putting on your own oxygen mask first on a plane. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? But it's more than that. You deserve care not because it makes you more productive or a better person for others, but simply because you're you. Full stop. Think of resilience like a tree. The strongest trees don't just have tough bark. They have deep roots, flexible branch. 10. Honor your wonderful self. So before we wrap up, let's talk about something really important: honoring your whole self. You know, we live in this weird world that sometimes makes us feel guilty for basic self-care, like somehow taking a mental health day or saying no to plans means we're being selfish. Remember, you're not just a mind pushing through tasks or a body rushing from place to place. You're a whole, complex, beautiful human being who needs and deserves care in all dimensions. Those ancient philosophers got it right with mens sana in corpore sano, a healthy mind in a healthy body. But I like to add et spiritu, and spirit, because you're more than just your thoughts and your physical self. Let's be real for a second. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is take that nap your body's begging for. Sometimes the strongest choice is ordering takeout instead of forcing yourself to cook after an exhausting day. That walk in nature when your to-do list is screaming at you. That's not procrastination. That's preservation. I want you to really hear this. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's survival. It's like putting on your own oxygen mask first on a plane. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? But it's more than that. You deserve care not because it makes you more productive or a better person for others, but simply because you're you. Full stop. Think of resilience like a tree. The strongest trees don't just have tough bark. They have deep roots, flexible branches and leaves that know when to fall. Your resilience works the same way. It's built through mental strength, yes, but also through gentle care, proper rest, movement that brings you joy, and moments of pure peace. So as we end this video, I want to leave you with this. Tomorrow, when you wake up, take a moment to ask yourself, what does my whole self need today? Maybe it's a morning of complete silence. Maybe it's a dance party in your kitchen. Maybe it's saying no to something that doesn't serve you. Whatever it is, honor that need. Trust that voice. Remember, you're not on this journey to become an unshakable fortress. You're here to become more fully, authentically you. Someone who knows both their strength and their need for gentleness. Someone who can stand tall and also know when to rest. That's true resilience, and you're building it little by little every time you choose to honor your whole self. Thanks for being here at the Stoic Lifestyle. Remember, you're not on this journey to become an unshakable fortress. You're here to become more fully, authentically you, someone who knows both their strength and their need for gentleness, someone who can stand tall and also know when to rest. That's true resilience, and you're building it little by little every time you choose to honor your whole self. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.